Welcome back, and thank you for joining me for Twisted Movie Trivia Part 6. Today, we're going to have some fun and test your knowledge with some twisted questions about some classic films from the 1960s. In today's Twisted Challenge, there will be 20 questions. The first 8 questions will have just one actor in each clue. The rest will have 2 actors in each. Remember, in these Twisted Challenges, you will need to know the actors who played the characters in the question. Then you will need to figure out from the clue what movie that actor or those actors were in together. And just as before, there's no time limit, so pause after each question. Are you ready to see if you are a true movie maniac? Let's see how you do with the films of the 1960s. Good luck and have fun. Question 1. The disorderly orderly is a timid chemistry teacher who discovers a magical potion that can transform him into a suave and handsome womanizer in this 1963 comedy. Answer: Jerry Lewis, who played the disorderly orderly, stars in The Nutty Professor. Question 2. Mr. Limpet is a fish out of water as he prepares to go up in a space rocket in this 1967 comedy. Answer: Don Knotts, who is Mr. Limpet in The Incredible Mr. Limpet, stars in The Reluctant Astronaut. Question 3. Cool Hand Luke is a cool private detective hired by a wealthy matron to find her husband in this 1966 mystery thriller. Answer: Paul Newman, who is Cool Hand Luke, stars in Harper. Question 4. Mary Poppins is sent to Austria to look after 7 children of a widowed naval officer in this 1965 musical drama. Answer: Julie Andrews, who is Mary Poppins, stars in The Sound of Music. Question 5. Dr. Strangelove is a bumbling detective sent to Rome to capture a notorious jewel thief in this 1963 comedy. Answer: Peter Sellers, who is Dr. Strangelove, stars in The Pink Panther. Question 6. Lord Jim unites the Arab tribes to fight against the Turks during World War I in this 1962 epic biographical adventure drama. Answer: Peter O'Toole, who was Lord Jim, stars in Lawrence of Arabia. Question 7. Captain Ahab goes up against a great white prejudice when he defends a black man against false rape charges in this 1962 legal drama. Answer: Gregory Peck, who played Captain Ahab in Moby Dick, stars in To Kill a Mockingbird. Question 8. Daisy Clover is a Puerto Rican girl who falls in love with a rival gang member in this 1961 musical romantic drama. Answer: Natalie Wood, who is Daisy Clover in Inside Daisy Clover, stars in West Side Story. Okay, now we're going to move on to the more challenging 2-actor questions. Question 9. Good neighbor Sam, a divorced clean freak, moves in with his slob of a friend Charlie Varick in this hilarious 1968 comedy. Answer: Jack Lemmon, who played Good Neighbor Sam, and Walter Matthau, who was Charlie Varick. Star in The Odd Couple. Question 10. Bugsy Siegel, 1991, and Laura Mars are the most wanted Great Depression-era outlaws in this 1967 biographical crime film. Answer: Warren Beatty, who was Bugsy Siegel, and Faye Dunaway, who was Laura Mars. Star in Bonnie and Clyde. Question 11. The Champ, 1979, and Little Big Man are young, naive New York hustlers in this powerful 1969 drama. Answer: John Voight, who played the Champ, and Dustin Hoffman, who played Little Big Man. Star in Midnight Cowboy. Question 12. Thoroughly modern Millie magically helps Fitz Willie step through chalk drawings and dance on rooftops in this 1964 musical fantasy comedy film. Answer: Julie Andrews, who was Thoroughly Modern Millie, and Dick Van Dyke, who was Fitz Willie. Star in Mary Poppins. Question 13. Barbarella hires drunk gunslinger Liberty Valance to help avenge her father's death in this 1965 comedy western. Answer: Jane Fonda, who was Barbarella, and Lee Marvin, who was Liberty Valance in The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance. Star in Cat Ballou. Question 14. This Father of the Bride, 1950, is not happy that Virgil Tibbs wants to marry his daughter in this 1967 comedy drama. Answer: Spencer Tracy, who was Father of the Bride, and Sidney Poitier, who is Virgil Tibbs in the Heat of the Night. Star in Guess Who's Coming to Dinner. Question 15. In ancient Egypt, Beckett falls for Maggie the cat and then falls on his own sword after he thinks she's dead in this 1963 epic historical film. Answer: Richard Burton, who was Beckett, and Elizabeth Taylor, who was Maggie the cat in Cat on a Hot Tin Roof. Star in Cleopatra. Question 16. Dr. Zhivago says hello to Dolly, but he and this Broadway star are in for a challenging relationship in this 1968 biographical musical. Answer: Omar Sharif, who was Dr. Zhivago, and Barbara Streisand, who was Dolly in Hello, Dolly. Star in Funny Girl. Question 17. H.G. Wells helps Marnie get the flock out of town in this 1963 Nature Gone Wild horror film. Answer: Rod Taylor, who was H.G. Wells in The Time Machine, and Tippi Hedren, who was Marnie. Star in The Birds. Question 18. Thomas Crown, 1968, wants to prove himself in a high-stakes poker match against Little Caesar in this 1965 Depression-era drama. Answer: Steve McQueen, who was Thomas Crown in The Thomas Crown Affair, and Edward G. Robinson, who was Little Caesar. Star in The Cincinnati Kid. Question 19. The entertainer is not so entertained by rebellious gladiator Vincent van Gogh in this 1960 epic historical drama. Answer: Laurence Olivier, who was the entertainer, and Kirk Douglas, who played Vincent van Gogh in Lust for Life, star in Spartacus. And question 20. Felix Unger and Harry Houdini, 1952, are rivals in wacky cars trying to be the first to get from New York to Paris in this 1965 epic slapstick comedy. Answer: Jack Lemmon, who is Felix Unger in The Odd Couple, and Tony Curtis, who played Houdini, star in The Great Race. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you had fun with Twisted Movie Trivia Part 6, Films of the 1960s. Please like the video, subscribe, and tell your friends. I would so appreciate it. And remember, coming soon, Twisted Movie Trivia Part 7, more classic films to come. See you then.